went deep. Hey guys, you can see the hat that I'm wearing tonight for this video. It's a hat for the Texas Mexican Railway. Just something that I liked. I actually found them when I was at a train show. Today is a train day, or a train video day. About 2 years ago, I bought this train set at Hobby Lobby. It was like on a Christmas sale. Just something that fascinated me. These trains, they go across, the country, and they just, it's pretty cool. I've always just been a fan of it. And then with the graffiti and stuff, and it just makes each car individual. I started buying like the model railroad magazines, and just always dreamt of making a layout. I just never had the time, the money, because the train hobby is a little expensive. But don't let that scare you away. You don't have to go all big and get a big layout. But I was at Hobby Lobby once, and I was looking for some rocket supplies, some motors and some rockets and some kits and stuff. And I saw just a starter kit, I guess you would call it, from Bachmann. It's got the Easy Trek. It's just a circle. It's a 2-foot circle. And it comes with the train. It's a GP40. I thought it was a GP30. Yeah. Wow. See how much I know my trains. This is a reefer box car, which I think is the only one that I have, because I bought some more box cars, and this is the only reefer box car. So that's cool. That's pretty cool. This is a tanker, and I think this is the only tanker that I have now too in my fleet. And my caboose. I have 2 cabooses, and I think they're both exactly the same. So, I think once I venture into this, because this is DC, right? So you see the throttle here. This is DC. So what I think I want to do is start off with DC. Just run it with the throttle, just back and forth, no sound or anything. And I want to venture off maybe later into DCC, and then buy the sound locomotives that have the sound, and then you have like the control and stuff. And I've even seen the guys have the apps on their phones. But I think that'll be later. I think I want to do the train now, do the simple set, and then kind of grow into it. I don't want to rush into it, and I would advise anybody else not to rush into it. Just with any hobby, don't rush into a hobby buying the most expensive stuff, right? So start small and kind of see where everything's at. Because if you buy everything expensive at first and then you don't like it, you're basically in a money pit, right? So I think buy a couple things, play with it, and if you really like it, expand on it, and then grow with it, right? So as you can see here, I bought a little extra track to make this layout. This layout is going to be a coffee table, and you can see how I added the terrain and everything. The one thing that I really thought that was really expensive was the turnouts. I have 5 turnouts on this layout, and I think the turnouts were $34, $32. So that was a little pricey. But I try to keep it thin, that way I could bring it in and out of doors. And the length, I try to keep it not where it wasn't too long. So kind of the size of a normal coffee table. Here's the 2-foot section, and that's going to be like a tour of the mountain. And then down here is going to be like a little town. You can see where I layered the foam, but I actually kind of messed up, and I'll show you here in the bottom a little bit. And I try to make the mountain, trying to kind of get it staggered. But you can see down here at the bottom where I've been cutting out, because when I layered the foam, I didn't think about the track going through. So now I have to go back and cut it out so the train will go through it. So a little mistake here. Then here we're going to pan around to the back, and I'm going to show you the back. I wanted to do a waterfall, but I wanted to do the waterfall on the back. That way there's something going on back here too, not just the mountain. So the train's going to come out and it's going to go back in, but as it's coming out and going back in, it's going to have a small waterfall, and then you won't be able to see the bottom track.